much for joining us tonight.
Okay.
What I want to know first, you say you were in Ghana and you came back no long ago. So
That's
what was the motivation behind you deciding to travel
correct.
to Ghana?
Okay, so to be fair, over the last, 20 odd years, a friend of mine, actually, Fatu, she's actually from Gambia. She invited me years ago, and I always said I'm going to go to Africa. But funny enough, my mom took me to North Africa. Well, I wanted to go to, as I would call it, the real Africa. But then I was procrastinating and I was going everywhere else but the motherland. So anyway, over the years, I kept on thinking, right, where am I going to go? There's 54 countries. Should we go to Cape Verde, Kenya, Ghana? There was loads of different places, Nigeria. I didn't know where I was going to go. But then I was having a big think about things, and I was researching. And then what I decided was I've seen that there was a lot of great stuff going on in Ghana. And my son, he was actually having a year out of college, etc., like transitioning to uni. So I thought to myself, right, we're gonna go to Ghana because these children of mine need to see and appreciate what their ancestors have been through in order to have the blessings they've had and so forth. So I thought, right, my son, he's bigger than me and so forth. But at the end of the day, I'm thinking to myself, you know what, little boy, you need to go and actually appreciate what you've got and so forth. So I thought, okay, you're in between if you're going to do a job or uni. And I thought, okay, we're going to go. So I took him to actually look at the universities, and also I wanted the children to see, the Cape Coast and the Almina and all that, so that they can appreciate it. I don't think it's great us just telling them about it or, in books. I wanted them to actually get to know and see what it was about. But then just before we went, he got a job. But I thought, I don't care, we're going. I said, tell them, please, that you need you need time off because you've got to go to Africa. It's very important. And they said, fine, you can go. So that was the reason, because my children, they have to know themselves and know where they come from. And it's my job to educate them. So that's why I went to
Absolutely.
Ghana.
I love the fact that you clarify, you explain that to us, because I've noticed so many parents, the children are born here, but they don't know nothing about Africa. So it's our duty as parents to actually travel with them, take them to Africa so they can know truly their root, where they come from, the culture, and also the extended family. Let me put it like that. So it's not all about, what the mainstream media portray out here as, okay, this is Africa. No, it's on us, as parents to do that. So I really, really applaud you for taking that step and say, you know what, job or no job, you need to follow me. So just tell them to give you some days off so you guys can travel together. So that's beautiful. And now we know so many people in the diaspora, they want to go to Africa and invest, for example. So you've been to Ghana and you spent longer than the time you're supposed to spend there, right?
Yes, I did, because what it is, I've noticed, right, that I said to the children before we went, listen, I'm going to take you guys, but my daughter and my son, but I want to do some business ventures, and I want to also get some business started and invest in some land for you guys and things. So the thing is, I knew before I went there was some great opportunities. So I thought, this time when I went, I wanted to actually get a feel of all the areas, even though I was having fun and enjoying life, as they would say in Ghana. I wanted to really see what was going on in the diaspora on the ground, because it's all right watching YouTube videos, but let's see what's happening really and what the procedures are, because I know that a lot of people are just like packing up and just going, which is amazing. And I don't, everybody's journey is different. But for me, I wanted to actually make sure that I've got business started and I've got an income stream, and that basically we're going to be sustainable. And also, I want to make sure when we're going there, that when we're going to be blessing the community, we're creating jobs. So we're actually seeing what's on the ground, what's going on, and how we can complement, because sometimes people can be a bit like arrogant. I'm just going to say it because I've observed arrogant. Yeah, they think they know everything and they're not willing to learn and think, okay, where do we slot in here, or where can we help? So I thought, okay, I've got some ideas of what I'm thinking and what would work well. But to be fair, it might work well here in the UK, but it doesn't mean that model is going to work in Africa. But yes, we can do it, but we've got to look how it's going to function. So I wanted to make sure I know what I'm doing. And also, I think it's fine, like on my channel, to be like saying we're doing businesses and things, but some people, and I'm going to say it how it is, and you know me, I'm a bit controversial. You see people doing these videos, five business ideas in Ghana now, or 5 business ideas in this country or that country, but they've never set up a business in these countries. So to me, that is bluff. You need to know how to do it and what's going on the ground. Like, you know, in Ghana, you know, it doesn't really matter. You can do it the formal way, like the company's house way, but you know, you can do just business as we do as Africans. But don't tell me about 5 ways or 5 business ideas when you ain't been there. You don't know nothing about it. You've been there living on the body beach. So I can't take them seriously. I'm sorry. So I need to go there, speak to my brothers and sisters on the ground, and see what we can do to connect and work together. So, you know, I was there reflecting, analysing and seeing what's going on. So now I'm ready now. I'm ready because I know what know the team, you know what I mean? And
I love it.
Yeah. They say I'm not easy at all. They say I'm not easy at all because, you know, I ask a lot of questions, but I've got to be real. You know what I mean? You've got to be real, and you've got to actually
talking.
Yeah, or like willing to learn, because some of them think they're going to do exactly. Oh, this is how we do it in the States. This is how we do it in the UK. Well, this is not how you do it in Ghana, my dear. You need to sit down and listen and open your ears, and you know what I mean. But I was just observing. Trust me on that one. I was observing and learning, and you know I'm really excited.
That is so good. The fact that you decided to go and see things for yourselves, because in so many cases, people just hear someone saying something and they just pack their belongings, grab their children, book a flight, and then just appear in any country in Africa. And then give them a month and 2 and they start complaining, which means they didn't do their homework properly before actually going there. So the way you plan everything, I really, really love that. And I'm sure anyone in the stream right now or people that watch this later can learn from your move, because that is so important. If you want things to work out well, I think that's the right step.
Yeah, but like I say, there's people that have done that model, they've packed up and they've worked really hard and they've done it. But you have to know the economy you're going into. You know, in Ghana, I love it to bits, but there is a lot of unemployment as well. There's a lot of people that are doing amazing businesses there. But you're thinking to yourself, if you're gonna some people think they're just gonna, because they've got credentials in, say, the UK or US, they're gonna land a job. At the end of the day, it doesn't work like that. You know, you've got to be working, you know what I mean? So they just think, oh, I've got this PhD, I've got this master's. That don't matter. Everybody's got a PhD in Ghana, or everybody's been to school, because that's what their families or their parents, aspire for them to do. So, you know, what's going to make you stand out from the crowd and so forth. So, you know, as I say, everybody's journey is different. I'm not knocking anyone. But being a mom as well, I'm just saying I have to play a little bit different, because, you know, in terms of the children and coming back and forth to the UK and so forth. But some people would just put their children straight into schools. And, you know, there's a lovely lady that I've interviewed. She actually transitioned, but her family are from Ghana, and she created her own school there, international school. So, you know, there's so many opportunities, but you know, plan, as you say, plan.
Absolutely. So what are some of the businesses, because you've been there, that you are investing in right now?
So me, land, so agriculture. We're going to be starting some car spas. Also, shops. We're going to be doing like the British supplies and Caribbean supplies, and also local supplies. Also, because people keep on commenting about when I was in Ghana, they were asking me a lot about the GDP cloth and the supplies and so forth. So Sherril Talks Africa will have a range of clothing, and the Shea butters before, the black soaps and things. So that's actually helping the local people as well, and obviously allowing people to obviously share the products here in the UK. So it's like crossing over both in the UK and in Ghana. And what else? Just basically as well. Also property as well that I'm getting into as well. But to be fair, there's so many different ideas that I've got. And my Mr. Garner, he says to me, hey, baby, hey, whoa. You know, one thing at a time, and all this type of stuff. You know, my Ghanaian accent's not that great yet, but you know. And I'm trying to say, you know, I'm from England. This is what we do. We have to do 10 things at once. But I'm learning that the culture is slow, and you know, you just take your time and you know. So I'm adapting. But in the long run, I do want to do a resort.
I just want to follow up on what Kai said. You talked about businesses, but just if you don't mind for the audience, what types of businesses could you also suggest for other people who thinking about, because obviously we talked about employment. So what other things would you suggest for people thinking in the similar ways that you are? That you saw?
Okay, well, hot off the press as well, so that you guys are going to know as well. Okay, there's basically hospitality and catering services work really well. So I would say put your little spin on food. You know, as Black people, we like to eat.
Yes,
so, yeah, catering services. But if you could put a niche on the catering that you're actually offering, you could do really, really well. So and you could start at quite low cost as well. Also property investing, you know, purchasing land. You can go not just inside the main, you can go a bit out, and you could do that. You could have shops as well, like what I'm doing myself. Hairdressers, hair. But I would say look at niching, because like, you know, they have like normal hair salons, but you know, what about specializing, whether it be for children or things like that. I think I've seen gaps for that. Anything in relation to the children in the entertainment business, I would say there's a lot of gaps in relation to the children, because you know how we have like the wacky warehouses and things, or Chuck E. Cheese in America, trampoline parks. There's that, you know, there's not. I didn't see any of those, so there's gaps in the market for those. Also, let's have a think off the top of the head would work well. Okay, if you didn't have that much money to invest and so forth at the beginning, and you were on the ground, you could actually, you know, show people the sites, the tours and things for the diaspora as well. You know, you wouldn't need a lot of money to do that. You could employ local people to actually assist you to do that, and you could charge people who are visiting wherever you're in the continent. So, you know, as well, transport businesses that can work really well. Delivery services, you know, online shopping. The list, the online shopping. What else is there? Clothing, as I was saying, clothing businesses. Even like, you know, like how we have like coffee shops and things like that. So many. Listen, you can do everything. You know, it's not it's not exploited the market. You know, I'm speaking about just Ghana, but however, you know, any business, if you're willing to put your little spin on it, and you're you know, and you're willing to do good customer service, you'll really do well. You know what I mean? You know, because I was even saying at one point, you know, I could go in the street and I would be saying in the street straight, you know, and and some of my friends are saying, Sherril, you can't do that. You know, I said, what? I would be the top seller in the road. I would be in the street. Coming back.
I believe you.
Any content that you're doing business.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, there's loads of businesses, but what I would say is, it doesn't matter if, say, one person's doing that, you could do it as well. At the end of the day, there's such a big area and so many people, you just have to serve. And even like I was saying about the car washes myself, what we're doing, you could do a mobile service, go to people's houses, there's so many things. The list goes on. The list really does go on. And
to compete, you're saying that there's room for people to expand. You should have saying rather than competing against each other.
Yeah, and work together, because for instance, say like we were starting, say, the car spas, and maybe there's a service that we don't offer. You could then like joint venture with people. That's how you actually uplift each other as well. Also, how about as well, even for instance, then, I was saying about the the making the clothes and things like this as well. Yes. Then I've had a variety of people saying they need big orders. So if you could like partner with say like, people that make clothes and so forth, you could even sell that worldwide. And so there's so many things you can do, and there's so many people on the planet. But like I say, I would say do a business that you're passionate about, but also even tutoring services as well, quite low cost. You can do that from home and Zoom. The list goes on. It's just really, really good. You know what I mean? It really does. Everything, you can do everything.
So good.
For a second and say, guys, please don't forget to go subscribe to Sherril Talks Africa on her YouTube channel.
Yes, guys.
You can always follow her on her Instagram. Also, it's at Sherril Talks Africa. Follow her on her Instagram, and she's also got a Facebook group that you can also follow her on, where she's dumped all that lovely information about her trip, videos, content, and she put all of that stuff in there, so you can go and check that out, guys. And of course, don't forget to follow Diaspora channel, guys. Hit that like button, smash that like button. You see what I'm saying? So that we can get this video ranked. Sorry, Kai, were you gonna jump in and say something there?
What I like is how Sherril just put it: work together, going back to group economics, because most of the time, Sherril, for example, can have a great ideas, and Ursula and Franklin, you guys have the fund to support that. So it's about time we start trusting one another with our money, and business ideas as well. So we can work together, and the other people around can see that, wow, this is beautiful. We are not here to compete against the next person, but we can actually work together. So that's a beautiful thing.
That's
I was going to say, Ursula doesn't even know. I've got some functions that I want to do in Ghana, and I've got it already planned out that she's going to come and do the House of Bloom and design. She doesn't even know it yet, but I've got it in the plan. You know what I mean?
I'm there for all of it. You know me. You guys know me. I'm there for all of it.
Put it to work, man. I want to see some of those beautiful flowers and some beautiful places.
I'm not joking.
I was just going to jump in and say that this is why, guys, with Kai, we really wanted to like do this Diaspora You Should Know series, because a lot of the time it's what we class as everyday people, and they're really doing amazing things. And having platforms like this allows us to showcase people like yourself, people like Kai, people like ourselves, just to show to everybody what people are doing. Because until there's certain types of conversations which are being had, but I'll keep it real, guys, I'm not hearing the right kind of conversations being had. I'm not seeing the right kind of people being put forward and speaking about like things as it happens, like on the ground. So when we have the opportunity to bring and come together and network, as we've all said, we have to do it. It's like, that's the only way we're going to achieve certain things. Look what we've got here now, guys. Look at the 3 platforms that we've got here, businesses across this platform, the work that can be done amongst each other, the way we can connect with each other. If we continue to stay in that mindset, guys, that we're not going to work together, we won't get things like this. We won't be able to showcase the talents. We won't be able to let people know, do you know there's this kind of investment on the ground? Do you know that there's this from people that have that experience. So I just wanted to put my 2 cents further and just say that just seeing this as it is, and to whoever gets this information, I love it, man. We're all about networking, and I love that you've been networking, Sherril. I love it. She's like the networking queen.
I was gonna say, yeah, I've seen it on stage, I've seen it in the market, I've seen it on the road. You know what I'm saying? Listen, guys, go and check out her content.
And she parties hard too, Kylie. Yeah, and she parties. We've seen the videos in Ghana.
Don't tell my grandfather that. Please don't tell my grandfather that. He's like a minister, you know. He'd be like saying, "Sure, what going on? You're in the nightclub." So that wouldn't be a good look, would it? Really? But you know what you were just saying about being out in the streets and things and networking, and you know, I had the opportunity to be out and about when it was the election time and so forth, and like hear what people are saying on the ground and things, and that was really, really, really informative. Because, like, you know, when you hear it, they're actually saying that they want people like ourselves to come to Africa to bring our skills. So it was nice to hear what people are saying as well on the ground. And I really, really love that as well. And like you were saying, you know, sorry, Franklin, I think you were going to say something.
Yeah, no, I just want to jump in quickly on that point, because that was going to be my next question. And so you've answered it, so I can pivot and ask you this one. Because a lot of people have the perception that, you know, when they go to Africa, it's not, you know, welcoming, or they're not having opportunities, or people, you know, working together or coming together. So I just wanted to know from someone who's been on the ground himself recently, especially, did you see that narrative, or was there something else going on as what you were saying about, you know, them being welcoming? I just wanted to touch more on that.
To be fair, everybody was welcoming. They were actually concerned that I was going back to the UK. They said, "My sister, you're home. Where are you going? It's not safe in England. You need to stay here." And I was like, "No, the children, blah, blah, blah." They said, "They're with their family. Just stay here right now." And I was like, "Oh my goodness," you know, and this was from like immigration officials were saying this to me. But to be fair, you know, all I received personally was love. Everybody was very, very welcoming. But to be fair, nobody really didn't, unless I actually spoke, nobody probably really knew, apart from they probably thought she dresses a bit different, or I've got a different hairstyle. They probably just thought some people just thought I was from East Africa or something. They didn't say anything. So they just, you know, they were fine with me, and they were like saying that, you know, thank you for coming to Ghana and showing showing the great things, because we need more people to come. That's all they were saying. And one thing I would say, I've got a big mouth sometimes, you know, and I went in the meeting in the, you know, Beyond the Return, you know, and I actually said to them that I feel that, you know, ourselves in the, you know, diaspora outside of the USA are getting left out sometimes, and I think they should include us. And I said, you know, we are African too. So, but that was actually received really well. And, you know, big up all the people in the, you know, the tourist department in Ghana, because they're really changing things, because they're saying they're understanding what we're saying, because it was a lot, you know, USA focused. So, you know, just have to advocacy. Yeah.
No, sorry, I wasn't saying it's very USA focused. So, you know, are they open as well to having those of us in the UK and in Europe to come over and do things as well?
Yes, they are. And like people like Denta and Vanessa Camby and, you know, all those type of people are really advocating for it. But they're saying that we're all welcome. But they said they were surprised. They just felt that we just felt included anyway. They said because there's a lot of say Black universities in America, they said they focused on the USA market, and a lot of the you know, the brothers and sisters were taken to America. They said that's why it might have felt that way, but they're saying we're all welcome. It doesn't matter where we are. That's what they're saying. Yeah.
That's good. Like they actually say that for some people, because this comment keep coming. What Sherril said, like, oh, it's all the time, you know, the USA, you know, the brothers and sisters in America. What about us? You know, referring to the Caribbeans and, you know, some of, you know, the people here in the UK. So I think they need to say it louder now, because this comment keeps coming, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. But in the actual meetings and the conferences, they are trying to say. And what I noticed when I was on the ground, they were some of the speakers that they had, like some leading people, say in the entertainment field or other avenues, were from the UK as well. So they're trying to like invite people from the wider diaspora in now. That's what I actually witnessed when I was there. So that hopefully for the years coming, things will change. But platforms like this, what you guys are doing here, that will encourage them to include us, I think.
This is what we're trying to do between all our platforms. We're only ever trying to show Africa in a positive light. Do you see what I'm saying?
And Africans
in a positive light. Because there's, once again, the false narrative, there's too much negativity, and there's not saying that Africa doesn't have the problems that it has. We're not sitting here with blinkers on, but what we're saying is you have to be of a different mindset, because there's opportunities there. There's opportunities for investment, there's opportunities to live, there's opportunities for business,
growth.
Just what I'm saying. So just and Kai, we were discussing the other day about the kind of people. It has to be about mindset, money, and resources. Do you see what I'm saying? Because sometimes you might have the money, but you don't have the resources. Sometimes you have the mindset, but you don't have the other bits. And then that ties in with the networking, but we have to be moving people. The mindset has to be for Africa. If it's not for Africa, then you're going to struggle with thoughts of investment. If your mindset's not for Africa, then you're going to struggle with the thought of actually migrating and living and building in Africa. And essentially there's so much change that is taking place at the moment on the ground, not just in Ghana, but across the whole continent. And it's like we have a duty to put that forward and speak about that. Do you see what I'm saying? Start using our channels for real positivity.
I mean, yeah, if I may, today or the other, today we heard about the free trade agreement that's been signed with the AU. At least 33 countries out of the 54 that's in Africa have signed up to this treaty. Do you see what I'm saying? So the opportunity for investment, for growth, for a next industrial revolution, which we as Black people, as a people, the diaspora and have not had. There's that opportunity now for us to put our stake in the ground and sort of take our piece of that industrialization. China is there. We know the Lebanese are there. We know the Indians are there. And they're trying to claim a stake for themselves. So from our piece of land. So it's important for us to make sure that we claim that stake for ourselves and go back. And if as you're saying, networking and connecting, with people like ourselves, people in the diaspora, connecting with people in the continent, we can actually achieve. I'm not saying we're going to reinvent the wheel. We're not saying that we're going to take over the world. But what we are saying is that we need to stake a claim and be that, that example, be that light, and stop with the talking. Listen, we're not going to eradicate poverty. That's a constant. Or we can lift ourselves out of poverty by working together. Group economics, connecting with the diasporans, and using the resources that we have on the continent and the skills and ingenuity that you so eloquently put out here for our people to receive today, and allow us to be able to grow as a people. So I thought that was amazing, and I think that's amazing.
Yeah, but you mentioned the point about poverty and so forth. The people in Ghana, they were really, really surprised that when I was explaining to them that they have things like food banks in the UK, they were like, what's going on in the UK? So, some people think that there's no poverty going on in the West. And, to be fair, I was more comfortable in Ghana because you've got your vitamin D, you've got access to your fresh foods, you just feel, I actually felt safer there. And I don't mean in relation to coronavirus or, what's going on, just in general, peace of mind, the rat race, you're out of the rat race. So, at the end of the day, like what you're saying is, well, the mindset, like Ursula was saying, and yourself, is you get like you can get like you're feeling like you're poor in everything else, because in this West it's just draining, all the bills, all the this, all the running around, it's just ridiculous. You know what I mean? But back home, even people said to me, "What's wrong with you? why are you smiling so much? That's what they were asking me when I was there. Because I was just happy, because I was just chilled and having just a nice time, and everybody's family, like you said, everybody's family, and it's just people are just there for each other.
Wow. It just shows us how much our people love us and are ready for the brothers and sisters in the diaspora to come back. So obviously, there will be one to no, you're not going to go to any country on this planet and then everything will be perfect.
Yeah,
that we know that. So what would you say so far, like the time you spend there, what are the challenges you say you faced over there, like from someone from the diaspora?
Okay. If you've seen a little clip, the driving issue. Oh my goodness. I thought I needed blood pressure herbs or something to, I'm like, what's going on? I said, this is worse than in Jamaica. And in Jamaica, they cut people up and everything and so forth. So, the driving, I learned that this is how we do it. And that cutting up is normal ways of driving. I was like, Lord have mercy. I was like, so the driving, that was just like, sometimes a bit of a shock and so forth. But I'll be honest, this time that I was there, I've seen people driving worse than the last time I was in Ghana. So even like aunties will get going on ghetto. They were really like, really, what are the aunties doing? They're like, oh my goodness. I was like, whoa. You know what I mean? But that's something you have to adapt to. So the driving issue, that was something that was also, I'm going to say is, but it's not that it's something, it wasn't anything bad. I actually observed that, like, in terms of the roles, and it's not bad. This wasn't anything really bad. It's just that it made me think that, like how the women are in the West and how the women are like back home and everything. But I just felt that say all right, somebody like myself, then I'm very strong-willed. Okay, so I actually like I thought to myself, if you don't learn to tame yourself, you'll get yourself in a bit of trouble here, because sometimes not everybody is used to the outspoken nature that say maybe you might do in the West. But there was no reason for me to be like that. But it's just the culture shock. But to be fair, everything was running quite smoothly and so forth. It was just the driving that I seen. Oh, actually, my brethren at Ghana Police, I forget about them. They love me so much. I forgot. That was the only thing I forgot about them. Yeah. So yes, brethren, them. I'm telling you. Sometimes in terms of the pulling and so forth, sometimes. Sometimes I just want to go home and all these long things and about, come from England, what have you brought for me and so forth. So sometimes we just used to like that. But I actually learned that you just adapt to things, and it's just part of the process. And as you see, I'm laughing about it now because, like, and but at first I was thinking, I just need to I need to get back. I ain't got time for this, but it's part of it, and it's just the way it goes sometimes. So that's only little things that I have. But to be fair, they're not any worse than probably the police in England. To be fair, they're probably even worse here because they probably shoot you. Even if they've got the big guns in Ghana, they're not doing you anything. They're just like, what's going on here, kind of thing, and that's it. And they just leave you. Well, that was my experience. You know what I mean? But here, if that was to happen, I'll be thinking, oh gosh, what they're gonna do. You know what I mean? Yeah. So the only thing that I personally, the things that I, witnessed myself.
Right. It's good hearing it from you, because every day people have to learn so that they prepare themselves properly before actually visiting Ghana in this case, because we're talking about Ghana, and all of us on the platform, we know that Africa is the future. So Sherril, what will you say to the brothers and sisters in the diaspora that don't actually see, that like this is it. Africa is actually the future. We need to do something, not just relaxing here in our, living room and think that's it, we have arrived, we have landed, everything is good, So what will you say to them?
Okay, well, I'm just going to talk about the UK because it's so forth, right? The UK, in my opinion, is about the market. The housing market's about to pop down. The actual the big recession is about to hit, and so forth. So it's about you thinking outside of the box and thinking, right, I can go home and you can just take a trip. You can invest. You could do something for your children. Some people can't get on the property. Some people can't get on the property ladder here in the UK. So, it doesn't have to be, as I say, Ghana. If there's 54 countries, you can speak to people on the ground, and you could do a small investment. You could actually look at the moment as a community. You could work with your family members and, buy a piece of land and so forth, and just even get into agriculture or something and learn from local people, and you could actually be selling that and so forth. So don't just rely on here in the West, because at the end of the day, when it all pops down and they already say to us, go back to where you come from, what are you going to do? You're not going to have anything sorted out. So what I'm saying is, even if you don't, know anybody personally in any of the countries, get connected to channels like this. Everybody's got different networks in different countries, and then what I'm gonna say is you have to trust. So sometimes people are like, oh, they're gonna charge me this or they're gonna charge me that. But when you buy a property in, say, the UK, you have to pay the agent, don't you? As a commission if you sell your property or you rent it. So why are people worried about if they have to pay a small consultancy fee to their brother and sister to show them around or something? So what I'm going to say, not everybody. Yeah, sorry, as you were going to say, sorry.
No, it's just mindset, sis. It's mindsets. It's mindsets.
That's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, you don't want the opportunity to go past. As Franklin said, I witnessed a lot of Lebanese people. They've got restaurants out there. Chinese people, they've got restaurants out there, and they're investing in the gold. They're investing in property. They're building. They're taking their children to the schools and the university there, and they're having a very good education. So what I'm going to say is, don't let these stereotypical narratives tarnish your brain. I'm just a normal person from Birmingham. I went on my own with my children, and then I went on my own the other day. Do not be scared. There's nothing to be scared of. Just go for it. But if it's a different country you do feel scared of, or you're nervous, because it's not like you're scared, it's just maybe the confidence. Connect with other people on the ground. There's groups, isn't there? And there's different movements in different areas, and go to somewhere that you feel comfortable, and you'll be fine. Just make it happen. Don't make excuses. Just go for it.
That's great. That's great. Because just leaving off what Kai was saying, obviously, we at Black Milk TV, we are all about One Africa, One Voice. We are all about the vision and things like that. I just want to say, in terms of the people that you've been connecting with, would you say that there are a lot more people of this mindset, or less people that are like us, which believe in the vision of Africa, the legacy of Africa, from what you've seen on the ground, from what you've been here on the continent, from the people which you've seen in your travels? Would you say the vision is towards that?
Yeah, I can see the vision was towards that when I was on the ground. And the women that I met, and even men, some of them are not all from Ghana. They're from different parts of Africa. There's a lot of Nigerian sisters investing. There's people from Togo, and everybody, doesn't matter which part of Africa you're from, everybody's willing to work together as a collective. So that's what I've seen anyway, and everybody was open. So but what I can say is there might be some kind of some people might start to have their little bickering between them, but I didn't personally see that. I just seen upliftment, and everybody was, I even went out to events with people from the diaspora, and there were local people, Ghanaians and people from Nigeria and people from America and myself from the UK. So people are open. People are open. That's what I would say.
I only say that because it's so easy when it's us. We're like-minded. We're of the same mindset. We know it's that. Because we are, it's not always about reaching out to those. As much as what we need to connect with each other, what we're doing here, we are trying to put this out to people to show what is out there. And from what I see a lot on YouTube and what we've observed, there's like, there's people migrating and moving and doing business in Africa, but I don't think some people always have the vision for Africa, you know? There's certain people that see Africa is going somewhere and want to be a part of the building, want to be a part of the moving forward. And for me, those are the people I say that's the vision. Do you see what I'm saying? And I'm just like you being on the ground, I'm just always interested when you're there. Are you seeing people that are thinking of Africa long term, or are you just seeing people there in Africa because they're thinking, you know, I can go to Africa, I can make some money, I can do the bits and pieces, because we're trying to show people, go build Africa, go invest in Africa.
Stay in Africa.
Stay in Africa. But obviously we know the people which are in Africa just to benefit from Africa. So that's just really what I want to know, the people in the ground, are they doing that work?
Yeah, I've seen people doing that. I met quite a lot of ladies that have actually like paid 2 years rent in front and actually you know, investing in like bars, and like there's people that have like creating their own restaurants and paying like 2-3 years in advance. They've like packed up all their belongings and they've actually started businesses in Ghana, and they're not looking to go back to America. They're actually on the ground making that work. And it wasn't just like a few people, there was a lot. But what I would say is a lot of people that I see, they seem to be in the businesses in the hospitality arena. That I've seen. There was a lot of people doing that. There was a few people that were doing property and things like that as well. However, a lot of them are actually in for the long haul. But to be fair, a lot of people are actually creating families there. They're getting married. They're actually having children and looking to actually raise their children. So people were sending for their children as well, and they were there building their businesses while they were in Ghana. There was a lady, funny enough, I was doing an interview on the radio show, and she was in Ghana setting up her business. Her children were back in America, and funny enough, she's sending for them this year, and they're going to be coming to join her to do school and things. So people were there building, and she's not going back and so forth. So, you know, so it is happening. But not everybody that's doing great things, amazing, is on YouTube. That's the thing. They're actually busy on building business. They ain't got time to do the videos.
That's why we're doing shows like this. You know what I'm saying? I'm partnering up with Diaspora channel so that we can showcase normal people. We're not saying we're superstars. We're not trying to do anything like that. We're trying to show people, look, this is something that can be done. And normal people are doing, regular people like yourself, going out there and doing it. And we should be using that as an example, you know, to encourage not only ourselves, but you know, the next generation, and also in writing the narratives. You see what I'm saying? Because your story now is your own narrative, and now the world can hear it. You see what I'm saying? And they can share it. Hey, maybe it might encourage one person to, you never know, to say, I want to go out and write my own narrative and change the narrative in what we're seeing. So it's amazing what you're doing and what you've done so far. You know, it's really mind-boggling. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really humbled.
Can I just say one point? One thing I did do before I went. You know how I said that I was actually going to do the shop and things like that, the supplies and everything. Last year, when I was testing the market, I sent things to Ghana before I got there to test what was selling well, what people like, what people were interested in. So when I went there, I know what people want, and we can make sure we supply and demand, as you know. You know, don't just assume. That example, I could assume everybody wants, for instance, just say, for instance, sardines, then thinking because some people liked them previously. However, the local fish might be, they get it for a certain price at the chop bar. So then I might think, I'm going to send all this stuff and that's going to go quick. But then when you're on the ground, you realize this is what the niche needs. So you can see what the gap is. So you can test the market and see what the clientele wants and so forth as well. So that's what I was doing to make sure that things run well, as they would say in Ghana.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's good advice.
Good. Sherril, we already, in fact, I already put the link of your channel in the chat for everyone to go and check your channel out. So what can people expect when they visit your channel? Not only visit, but subscribe as well, and make sure you hit the bell button. Go ahead, Sherril.
Well, basically, I've been doing videos like capturing like other entrepreneurial people's journey to showcase what people are doing. I actually even put one on about my my actual corona testing when I was going to Ghana, about shipping items to Ghana, a variety of things about visas as well, about how you get in the visas and the processes and the processing. However, when I was in Ghana, there was I had like this mobile 4G system, so it wasn't strong enough. So I've got so much footage to upload. So please bear with me. But yes, we've got videos there and so forth. But what I was gonna say, it's just actually and also a reality series is coming. It's hot off the press. Nobody knows actually, which is Ghana. So it's like behind the scenes of what we've been doing and what's been going on the ground and things. So that's what yeah, and then what I'm gonna be doing when I get back to Ghana. So there is some other surprises going on, but you know, but it's just to give information and like let people know that these are some, a bit like what you guys are doing. These are some of the people that have done things before. You know, reach out to the people, speak to people, and just, you know, make it happen. That's all really. You know,
love it.
And no excuses. You know what people were saying? I'm gonna say, you know, that it was Christmas, and people were saying they didn't have money because this, and this. I heard a lot of people, but they were buying all their children like all these like PlayStations and whatever it was, PS5s. My kids, and I'm gonna tell them straight how I am. They didn't get no Christmas present because you know why? I'm buying them land, so I don't care. So
I love
that.
That's their business. They can have a long face at the end of the day. That, you know, they get little like shea butter and the little like clothing out items. But what I mean is no big present, and you know, I know some people don't celebrate Christmas, they might celebrate Kwanzaa. But what I'm saying is I'm being more strategic about what I'm investing in. I would say everybody needs to do that as well. Because, you know, I'm not telling people what to do, but I'm just saying that's where that £500 or £400, they could have bought land in somewhere in Africa, and then that's gonna be a legacy for the future and the families coming after them. So, you know, that's what I would like to say to people. Yeah.
That is a good advice. I don't know about the next person, but I take it is good advice, because all this PlayStation, all the iPhone 20, 50, they are busy. They're going to bring the next one and the next one and next one. So it's very important for us, you know, parents out here to use our money the correct way. You know, if you want to spoil your children with gifts, that is your choice. But I agree with what you said, Sherril.
Yeah, so my son, he better just use his PS4 unless he gets it off his dad, because mum is not buying it.
Mum bought him something more valuable than a PS4. You know? And
that's right.
One of the things that we children of support growth is that we talk about legacy and we talk about heritage and leaving something to the next generation. You see what I'm saying? Because it's very important that we, as a generation of Black people now, as we as a generation of Black Africans, whatever you want to title yourself, ADOS, AA, whatever you call yourself, the fact of the matter is, we know our history. I accept that. No more talking. The buck stops here with us. What are we going to do tomorrow? What are we going to do 10 years from now? What are we going to do 20 years from now? And if we don't start laying the groundwork now,
how are we going to get there?
How are we going to get there? Do you see what I'm saying? There are people doing great things on the African continent right now amongst our peoples. Listen, we're not sugarcoating it. We're not trying to tell you that there's not problems on the African continent. We know that. But there's problems right now. And as Sherril has just said to you, the housing market in the UK or UK viewers is about to crash. Even in the American market, it's about to crash. Brexit upon our doorstep, and you know we've got a whole raft of madness coming with that. And on top of that, we've got the COVID. So when you look at it 10 years, 5 years, 10 years from now, the recovery time for the UK is not going to be for another 25, 30 years time. They've completely wiped themselves out. We need as a community of people to start looking forward and start looking about our children and our children's children and setting up those industries or those private businesses, connecting 2021, connect heavy, you know, so that we can put those things in place for the future. Okay, guys? Is there anything else questions that you'd like to ask our guests?
No, I think everybody's got a chance to basically hear about all the amazing things which you've done on your journey.
We'd love to get you back on again.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, definitely. We love you. We wanted to showcase what you're about because, like we've said, it's important, you know, and hopefully everyone just got to know a little bit more. If they want to reach out to you, they know where they can reach out to you on YouTube, on Facebook, guys, on Instagram. You need to check her out. And Sherril, can people reach out to you if they've got any questions or anything like that?
Yeah, I've been actually doing like services where I've been helping people like with their journey and so forth and then plans. So you know me, I can chat a lot. So they've been getting all the information and I'm like, just call if you need anything, you know. So yeah, you know, they can speak to me at sherriltalkafrica@gmail.com. You know, or they could just like, you know, connect and, you know, be happy to help because what I'm saying is we have to share the information so that other people know to prevent everybody like doing it the long way and save people the time and money. I really believe in that. That's why I'm very free with that information because I don't really see the point in everybody going through the long you know, the long period to get there. We got to get there together. And if we can make somebody else's time getting to the you know, to Africa smoother, we need to share. That's what I'm about. You know, and yeah, that's what I think we need to do.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, Sherril. It was so fun, nice, very, very informative. I've learned certain things from you, and I'm sure lots of people that watch this video as well will have so many ideas when it comes to what type of business they can invest in Ghana. And like you said, we have to share the information, and you are doing that. So thanks so much for joining us tonight and sharing your, you know, everything that you are actually doing in Ghana, and also what you want to be uploading very soon for us to keep up with your journey. That was nice having you.
Thank you so much for the opportunity, you know, and I'm going to say something. I thank you as well because, you know, I'm used to now being in Africa around family and around everybody, and it just feels so like wrong now in the lockdown. So you guys have just given me the vibe when I would tell like chilling outside or whatever. You guys have given me like some spruce. I'm feeling like, yeah, you know, so I'm happy and so forth. That, you know, I got the little.
Well, you know we've got plans anyways. We're going to be doing big things. All of us are going to be doing big things on the continent. Trust me.
Man.
Yeah. Make sure you've got some extra people, Ursula. I've got some plans. I need some of them. I'm not joking. I want some of them flowers at my event. I need to be like, you know, I like to be different, exclusive. I need some, So yeah, she needs to be training some more people.
Listen, we've got our sister here with the flowers, and we've got our sister Kylie there with the fashion. So listen,
yes, day long, guys. You've heard it here. We're gonna have to find a way where we're gonna have to all collaborate in some way, shape, or form and show you that this is what we do, this is how it gets done, and this is what we should be doing. So I'm not gonna make any bones about it. So I look forward to you know, showcasing the best of Ms. Omoka, and I look forward to showcasing Sherril Talks Africa, the designs that you'll be bringing out.
And House of
I love that.
So Sherril, is there any words that you'd like to give the audience before we let you go?
How many words did you say? Because I like, you know me, I chat too much. How many words? Let me just hear that.
That's what we do. Kai knows me. I talk.
And that's why you're a great guest. Okay, keep it a very short word. Just for, okay, no, if you were to sum up your experience in Ghana in maybe one word, what would you say? If you can put it in one word, what would you say?
Life-changing.
Whoa.
Yeah, life-changing. Yeah, it's been good. I'm different now. I'm different. I'm just different now in terms of like how I used to be. I'm just like, you know what? Like, I've got just like very more laid back as well now. I'm not as uptight as I was before. I still talk fast. I gotta learn to slow that down. But life-changing experience, and I would encourage everybody, you know, to connect and, you know, get back to the motherland. With whichever country you choose, make sure you make it happen. Yeah.
Beautiful.
I appreciate you. I will definitely get you back on the show again to give us some more experiences.
Yeah. Anytime. If you need anything, anything, that's fine. You know, I'm here. All right, then. Thank you.
Thanks, Sherril.
Bye.
Wow, I know.
Wow. Guys, what can we say? That was amazing. You see what I'm saying? I want to apologize to you guys for the technical difficulties that we had at the beginning. You see what I'm saying? It was a bit crazy.
That's all his fault. I don't do any technical difficulties.
So I'm going to go back and check it out and make sure that everything was okay. And if it wasn't, please guys check out for the replays and the clips that we're going to be bringing out. I want to say thank you to Kai, our host. Beautiful host. Is there any last words, Kai, you would like to express with the audience before we close up?
Wow, guys, please support. We are all about love, support, and growth. So please go out there, subscribe to Sherril channel, and we are here to celebrate our own. So feel free to email Blackmail TV or myself. We're going to put the, you know, our Instagram page or even the emails also in the comment section. So feel free to contact us so we can also have you on. And please be your brothers and sisters keepers always.
Always. No, that was beautiful. I'm gonna do this. I was gonna do the shout out. I just wanted our host to give me one of her parting messages, but she kind of took my job from me. You see what I'm saying? So, but no, you know, I'm gonna sweep back in there. You see what I'm saying? So guys, don't forget to smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to Kai's The Diaspora channel, guys.
Amazing content on
her channel. Amazing interviews that she's had, and a wealth of experience and knowledge that you can gain for yourself, guys. Check out her Instagram. Follow her Instagram. You know what we do, guys. Like, follow, support. So make sure you go and check her out at The Diaspora channel.
Yeah, guys.
And also, guys, those of you into fashion, I love that amazing jacket that she was wearing right now tonight, and the amazing earrings that she had on. So if you want that look, guys, you should have said, make sure you go to www.maisonmoka. That's MAISONMOKA.
That's right.
.co.uk. I'm not French, so you know, hey, I'm just saying it. Right? Maison Moka. So go check it out, guys. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Check out the materials. Guys, listen, we're celebrating what we do, we're celebrating Black businesses, and we'll promote you the same way we're promoting us. So guys, send us in your information so that we can support you and promote you as well.
Absolutely.
Programs. Don't forget to follow House of Blooms at House of Blooms _blooms, and don't forget to follow us, guys. Subscribe to us to Blackmail TV, guys.
Catch us
next Friday. So I'm gonna say it's bye from one half of Blackmail TV.
And bye from the other half.
And from the third half of Blackmail TV.
Bye, everyone. Amazing. See you Friday.
Friday.